Hello there. I'm Nephilim Games, and I've returned from a long absence for the Metro 15-year-old anniversary. We're going to be playing Metro 2033, and starting a new section. Of course, we're going to be playing on Spartan difficulty, and with the Ranger HUD, because I prefer it that way. We're going to be going through all the moral choices during this series, as well as showing you different caches. So, let's get into the game. Of course, I'm going to bring up the brightness so you can see what's happening.
The tunnel grew colder. Miller and I were close to the surface now. Soon, we would climb up into the howling wind to fight our way through whatever nightmares were waiting there. My long journey was nearly at the end. But would I have the courage, the will to see it through?
Hey, Artyom. When you left your home station, do you ever think we'll end up in a place like this? Not knowing whether we were about to save our world, or send it straight to hell.
Gotcha!
We'll have to get through the military outpost to reach the surface, Artyom.
Now, there are many things you can interact with in this area.
He's moving in the next room. Open the gate.
This is all scheduled, so don't worry about that. Firstly, you can activate this elevator here. Doesn't really do anything, but shows you other aspects of the environment before you reach them in the game. Next, there's a note over here. This is the prologue, so I'm just gonna close that off.
Open the door. I'll cover you.
See, there's a couple of things you can interact with. Screens. Usually there's a key or some bullets in this area, but that's later in the game. Okay. Turn on the lights here. That's just setting the oxygen for other rooms in the area. Here's some different ammo and things throughout this area. The game wants you to move straight ahead over here towards Miller, but if you go to the room off to the right, over here, there will be different ammo caps and things. And over here, there's a fresh gas mask. This is the same system as before, it's just scrubbing the air. So you can see time and all of the throwables here. I'm just going to refill ammo. So this next area
Up we go.
doesn't have any enemies, but the room after it does, and this will be your first combat encounter for most players in the game.
Seems like nobody's home.
If you let an opponent get too close to you, they can crack your gas mask, which is why you start with the broken gas mask at this point, as it's a prologue. But if you go to the corner over here, just off to this left point here, then you give yourself the most time when the enemies drop down and to when they get to you. And by just focusing on mostly triangle headshots, because this isn't what you're supposed to use for units, you can clear out your opponents pretty quickly without any of them actually reaching you. be the last ones. And there we go, the music cue lets you know when it's done.
Okay, Artyom, let's move together. You ready? Pull! Aluka! Aluka! Let's move. And here it is, Artyomушka. Our Prolog.
Come in.
One minute. Come in. Over.
You're coming through loud and clear. Over.
Where's the tower? I repeat, where's the tower? Did the group move out? Over.
That's affirmative. We've made contact. They should be in the vicinity of the tower now. Over.
Roger, we'll contact you again when we're at the top of the tower. Get a fix in order.
Okay, this is the final section of combat for this chapter. And though it's pretty easy, you can still die and fail
Glad to
this
see you,
area.
Colonel. Did you hear that? Listen. What the hell is it?
It's your first encounter with a proper mutant pack.
Form a circle.
Stay calm.
You can actually trigger their attack by firing into the crowd early.
On the
To
left.
do that.
On my mark. Fire at will.
They don't give you enough ammo to even finish this encounter just in the prologue. You're not supposed to win, but you are supposed to survive long enough. You heard that crack? That's it, the corners, the masks cracked. Because they attacked me at close. There it is.